Hello, welcome to Football Focus, your number one destination for the latest football news, transfer updates, match analysis, breaking stories, and everything happening around the football. If you're new in this channel, please remember to subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any important football updates. Breaking news: the new wall of Camp Nou. Ezri Konsa and Cubarsí, the defensive partnership that could change Barcelona forever. The summer sun was shining over Barcelona, but inside the offices of FC Barcelona, there was something much bigger than the weather creating heat. Phones were ringing. Agents were entering and leaving the offices. Reports were being prepared. Scouts were discussing one name repeatedly: Ezri Konsa. The powerful defender from Aston Villa FC had suddenly become one of the names linked with Barcelona's ambitious plans to rebuild their defence for the future. Nobody expected it. Nobody saw it coming. But when Barcelona's sporting department started looking at defenders who could immediately strengthen the team, one profile stood out above all others. A defender who is quick. A defender who rarely loses concentration. A defender who can play under pressure. A defender who is comfortable with the ball. A leader. That player was Ezri Konsa. The search for a new defensive leader. Barcelona have always been a club that values defenders who can do more than simply tackle. From legends of the past to modern stars, the club's identity has always been based on defenders who understand football with their minds as much as with their feet. The coaching staff knew something important. The future of the defence already had a jewel. That jewel was the young sensation Cubarsí. Despite his young age, Cubarsí had already shown extraordinary maturity. He reads the game like a veteran. He knows when to step forward. He knows when to stay deep. He remains calm under pressure. Many fans believe he can become one of the greatest defenders in Barcelona history. But even the greatest young defender needs the perfect partner. The club began searching. They looked across Europe. They analysed statistics. They watched videos. And one player kept appearing in every report: Ezri Konsa. Why Barcelona admire. Ezri Konsa is not the kind of defender who always appears in headlines. He is something even more valuable. He is reliable. He is intelligent. He is disciplined. At Aston Villa, he became known as one of the Premier League's most consistent defenders. Against fast strikers, he remains calm. Against physical forwards, he is strong. Against technical players, he uses his intelligence. Barcelona's scouts reportedly admired several qualities: excellent positioning, great anticipation, strong 1-versus-1 defending, leadership qualities, ability to play in a high defensive line. Those qualities sound almost perfect for Barcelona. The dream partnership. Imagine this. The stadium is full. More than 90,000 fans are inside the new Camp Nou. The opponents launch a dangerous counter-attack. The striker tries to run through. Suddenly, Ezri Konsa appears. The danger is gone. The next attack arrives. A clever pass is played behind the defense. Cubarsí reads it immediately and intercepts. The crowd erupts. Again and again. The partnership begins to grow. One is experienced. One is young. One brings leadership. One brings extraordinary talent. Together they become the new wall of Barcelona. Cubarsí learns from a Premier League warrior. Young defenders become better when they play beside experienced leaders. Imagine Cubarsí learning every day from Ezri Konsa how to control pressure, how to organise the backline, how to communicate, how to dominate big matches. Every training session becomes a lesson. Every game becomes an opportunity. And slowly, Barcelona's defence becomes stronger. The return of defensive stability. In recent years, Barcelona have often thrilled fans with attacking football, but every great team also needs a strong defence. The greatest Barcelona teams had defenders who inspired confidence. Fans dream of seeing that security again. A backline where mistakes are rare. A defence that dominates. A defence that gives attackers freedom because they know the backline is secure. Konsa and Cubarsí could become exactly that. The first match, imagine the opening game. The cameras focus on the defensive line. Cubarsí stands on one side. Konsa stands beside him. The whistle blows. The opponents attack. Nothing gets through. Every cross is cleared. Every long ball is intercepted. Every counter-attack is stopped. By halftime, commentators begin talking. Barcelona have found a new defensive partnership. By full-time, fans are singing, a new era has begun. The Champions League dream. Barcelona's ambitions are always enormous. The club never dreams small. The objective is clear. Compete for every trophy. Win the league. Fight for the Champions League. To achieve those goals, great defences are necessary. History proves it. The greatest champions always have strong foundations. If Konsa and Cubarsí developed chemistry, Barcelona supporters could begin dreaming again. Dreaming of magical European nights, dreaming of clean sheets, dreaming of lifting trophies. What makes the partnership special? Ezri Konsa, strength, experience, tactical intelligence, leadership, reliability. Pau Cubarsí, exceptional reading of the game, composure, passing ability, maturity beyond his age, huge potential. Together they could complement each other perfectly. One protects, one builds, one leads, one learns. Together, they grow. The fans begin to dream. Social media explodes. Supporters start creating graphics. Videos appear everywhere. People imagine lineups. People discuss tactics. Some fans already call the possible partnership the new wall of Camp Nou. Others call it the future and the present. The excitement continues to grow because football is built on hope. And Barcelona fans always believe that the next great team is just one signing away. A message to Barcelona fans. Imagine seeing a defense that never gives up. Imagine seeing Cubarsí continue to develop into one of the world's best defenders. Imagine seeing an experienced Premier League warrior helping him become even stronger. Imagine a partnership capable of protecting Barcelona for years. Whether the transfer happens or not, the idea alone has captured the imagination of supporters. Because great clubs never stop searching for greatness. And great defenders can change history. Perhaps one day, under the lights of Camp Nou, the crowd will chant two names together. Pau Cubarsí, Ezri Konsa, two defenders, one dream, one mission. To build a defensive wall that brings Barcelona back to the very top of European football. The morning of July 25th was unlike any other in Barcelona. Before sunrise, thousands of supporters were already awake. Social media was exploding with rumours. Every Barcelona fan was asking the same question. Is it finally happening? Then, at exactly 9 a.m., the club released a short video. The screen was dark. A pair of football boots appeared. A defender's silhouette walked through the tunnel of Spotify Camp Nou. Then came the words, "A new wall rises." Seconds later, the name appeared. Ezri Konsa. Barcelona supporters around the world erupted with joy. The English defender had officially signed for Barcelona. The presentation. More than 40,000 fans gathered inside the stadium to welcome the new signing. As the lights dimmed, dramatic music filled the stadium. Then Ezri Konsa walked onto the pitch wearing the famous red and blue shirt. The supporters stood up and applauded. Beside him stood the club's newest defensive leader, Pau Cubarsí. The two defenders shook hands. At that moment, nobody knew it yet, but football history was about to be written. The first conversation. After the presentation, Konsa and Cubarsí sat together in the dressing room. Pau smiled. "You know," he said, "I have watched you play in the Premier League for years." Konsa laughed. "And I have watched you become one of the best young defenders in the world." The two defenders spoke for almost an hour. They discussed football, positioning, defending, winning. By the end of the conversation, there was already chemistry between them. Training begins. Pre-season started immediately. The first training session surprised everyone. Konsa and Cubarsí looked as though they had played together for years. Whenever one stepped forward, the other covered. Whenever one pressed, the other organised the line. The coaching staff could hardly believe it. The partnership looked natural. One coach whispered, "We may have found our defence for the next decade." The league begins. Barcelona's first league match arrived. The opponents attacked from the first minute, but they found something unexpected. A wall. Konsa won every aerial duel. Cubarsí intercepted every dangerous pass. Barcelona won 3-0. The newspapers the next morning had one headline: "The New Wall of Catalonia." Match after match, weeks passed. Barcelona kept winning. The defence became stronger with every game. The statistics were incredible. The team conceded fewer goals than anyone else in the league. Supporters started singing a new chant: "Konsa and Cubarsí, the wall that nobody can break." Even the attackers admitted it. Scoring against Barcelona had become almost impossible. El Clásico. Then came the biggest game, an El Clásico against Real Madrid. CF. The stadium was full. The atmosphere was electric. The world's best attackers tried everything. Long balls, quick combinations, counter-attacks. Nothing worked. Konsa was magnificent. Cubarsí was flawless.